Welcome back, everyone, to the Deep Dive,
Yes, welcome back.
where we dig into those topics that you're really curious about.
That's right. Those aha moments.
We go deep,
Deep.
but we don't want to overwhelm you with too much information.
Exactly.
So today,
Yeah.
we're going to be focusing on something that you may have never even thought about before.
Right.
The durability of flower pot rims.
Uh-huh.
And you sent this to us.
Yes.
It's from kianmeng.org,
Yes. A blog post.
a blog post titled Notes on Gardening, Part 480.
Wow, part 480.
The durability of the grip, rim, or lip of a flower pot.
It's a very specific topic.
Yeah, published on March 18, 2025.
Very recently.
Yeah, so we're going to be looking at this blog post, and we're going to be trying to understand why this is so important.
Absolutely.
The design of that uppermost edge of a flower pot.
Yeah. That rim.
Or rim.
How much does it really matter?
Yeah, and so this is a multi-part blog series
Okay.
on gardening, and this is part 480.
This isn't just some quick opinion.
No,
This is someone who's been doing this for a while.
yeah, this is someone who is really observing
Yes.
and has really taken the time to put together a lot of different
Years of experience.
years of experience and observation
Exactly.
into their gardening,
Into a blog.
into a blog.
Onto a very long series of notes.
Yeah, so that actually makes the observations that much more interesting
I think so.
about something as specific as a flower pot rim.
Yeah. And this is a very specific detail.
Yeah, it is.
That I think a lot of people wouldn't even consider
No.
when they're thinking about.
And they make this point early on
Of-
that there's a connection between the cost of a flower pot and its ability to handle some pretty tough weather.
Okay, so like stronger, more resilient pots are also the more expensive ones.
It seems like it, yeah. And so it's easy to assume that price, that's just kind of a general quality.
Sure, you get what you pay for.
Yeah, you get what you pay for. But what are those specific design elements?
Yes, what is it about those pots that makes them more expensive? Because they last longer.
Yeah,
What is the secret?
exactly. And it's particularly interesting when you think about like a harsh climate.
Right, because a cheap pot might last a really long time
If
in the right environment.
in the right environment.
Right.
Yeah. So what is it about, if we zoom out, what is it about the design of something that really affects how it functions and how long it lasts?
Yeah, that's a big question.
Yeah.
And I think this blog post really points to that
it does.
with this very specific example.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't think that the rim is the most important part
Sure.
of a flower pot.
No, you would think it's like the thickness of the plastic.
Right, or the overall
Some
material.
energy holes at the bottom.
Yeah, and it's really not.
It's that rim.
It's that top edge.
It's the edge that makes the difference.
Yeah. And so this is where the firsthand experience of the blogger, I guess his name is Ang,
Okay.
really shines through.
Because they describe noticing that flower pots with what they call a weak grip design
Okay.
are more prone to breaking after exposure to tropical weather.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense if you think about it.
You can almost imagine it, right?
Yes. Constant sun,
Constant sun and rain.
heavy rain,
Yeah, beating down on it.
and especially wind.
And the wind.
If it's up on a balcony or something, that's
Yeah.
getting knocked around.
What kind of stress do you think those rims would be most susceptible to in a climate like that?
Well, I think in a tropical climate, the temperature fluctuations would be really significant.
Okay.
So you're going to have, the sun beating down on it, making it hot, and then it cools off at night.
Right.
And that constant expansion and contraction of the plastic
Okay.
could make it brittle over time.
So it's not just the rain and the wind, it's the actual,
It's the heat.
material.
The material itself
Yeah.
is changing
And you're
because of the
just-
temperature.
Yeah.
And then you think about, heavy rain soaking
Yeah.
the soil and then drying out.
Yeah.
That puts a lot of stress on the pot.
Yeah, because it's getting heavier
It's getting heavier
and then lighter.
and lighter.
Yeah.
And so that rim being an edge is a point of weakness
Yeah.
if it's not designed well.
And we think about how we handle pots. Like, we don't usually pick them up from the bottom.
You grab them by the
We
rim.
grab them by the rims.
That's the handle.
Yeah. And so if you have a poorly designed rim, it's just gonna
It's going to crack.
crack.
Yeah.
So then there's this really interesting twist
Just
to
like
this whole
that.
thing.
Okay.
So we have these weaker rims. They're breaking.
Yeah, they're going in the trash, right?
That's what I would assume.
That's what I would assume.
That's what I would assume.
Yeah.
But Aang actually found a really cool second life for these broken pieces.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What did they do?
They started using them as feeding rings for their fish
Oh, interesting.
and little dishes
Oh, wow.
amongst their aquatic plants.
So they're gardening
Yeah.
and they're repurposing the broken pots for their fish.
Yeah, and it's just this unexpected utility
I love that.
that comes from just observing.
Right. It's like resourcefulness.
Yeah.
It's like seeing potential beyond what the original intention was.
And it makes you think, how often do we throw things away
That we could be using.
that we could be using?
Something else.
Yeah, for something else completely.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even that they set out to do this.
It was an accident.
Yeah.
They had these broken pots. They're like, well,
What do I do with these?
I could use this.
Yeah.
And I love that kind of like,
That lateral thinking.
yeah, just seeing the connections.
And it's like a broken flower pot rim becoming a fish feeder.
You would never think of that.
It's so simple.
But it's brilliant.
But it's brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it just shows you that sometimes the best solutions are the simplest ones,
Yeah.
the ones that are right in front of you.
And Eng concludes by saying that gardening is a continuous learning journey.
Oh, that's nice.
I like that. And they emphasize that practical experience leads to valuable insights and that this ongoing discovery adds to the enjoyment of gardening.
Yeah. And it makes it less frustrating
Yeah.
when things go wrong.
Yeah.
You can learn from it
Yeah.
and you can turn it into something positive.
And it's like this knowledge isn't just theoretical. It's built through doing stuff,
Exactly.
getting your hands dirty.
It's not just reading a book.
Yeah.
It's actually getting out there
Yeah.
and experimenting.
Yeah. So if we take a step back and we look at this, what's the key takeaway here for our listeners?
Well, I think the key takeaway is that when you're choosing your next flower pots,
Yeah.
don't just look at the color and the size.
Yeah.
Look at the rim.
That little rim.
That rim is important.
Yeah, it could have a huge impact on how long those pots last.
Especially in a challenging climate.
Yeah, if you've got harsh weather,
Yeah. If you've got a lot of sun, a lot of wind, a lot of rain,
you really got to pay attention to that rim.
that rim is going to make a difference.
And I think it's easy to get distracted by the other stuff.
Yes. The aesthetics.
The aesthetics.
Yeah. Does it match my patio furniture?
Yeah.
Does it look nice?
Does it look nice?
But that rim,
that rim.
that's the functionality.
The functionality.
That's what's going to keep your plants alive.
And I also think that the fact that Eng discovered this use for broken rims,
Yes. Turning trash into treasure.
it's amazing, and it makes you realize that even when something seems like it's reached the end of its life,
Right. It's broken.
there might be another use for it in a
Yeah.
completely different area.
The whole new life
A whole new life, yeah.
for a broken pot.
So we want to challenge you, our listener,
Yes.
to take a look at the things around you.
At the everyday objects.
Yeah, the everyday
The
objects.
things you use all the time.
The things that we take for granted.
And think about how they're designed
Yeah.
and why they're designed that way.
And how that affects how you use them.
Exactly.
How long they last.
And then think about if they break,
Yeah.
can you repurpose them?
Yeah.
Can you give them a second life?
And you find that hidden value.
Was there a hidden use
Yeah.
that you haven't thought of?
And maybe we need to all just look with a little bit more of a creative eye.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
A little bit of ingenuity can go a long way.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So thank you for joining us on this deep dive.
Yes. Thank you for listening.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.